Hello and welcome to Board Stupid. My name's Wayne.
And I'm Matt.
And it's Spieltacular season. It's October, it's Spieltacular, and we have a ton of Spiel Essen content ready for you.
Yes, and we're starting with this, or maybe this is not going to be even the
We'll see the order, we're not sure yet.
Yeah, but you're going to see eventually a lot of videos, but what we're doing here today is the nitty and gritty, what to do, what not, and where do I get my food, how do I get there, like, this is the practical stuff.
This is the Mega Guide.
Mega Guide.
This Spiel Essen Mega Guide 2025, and we're going to tell you everything that you need to know about board gaming's biggest show.
But hit the subscribe button now, do it now.
Do that.
And then we'll see you after the tune.
Let's go.
Rolling dice, feeling nice, cardboard dreams and game schemes. Click subscribe, it's a vibe. Board Stupid's all we need. Board Stupid, game reviews for you and me. Board Stupid, here's what you should play and see.
Okay, Wayne, for the ones that don't know about Spiel, because there are people that don't know.
Maybe they're new to the hobby.
Yeah, exactly. So what is Spiel? What is Spiel Essen? And why everybody is like hyper hyped about it? What is the reason?
Because Spiel Essen is the world's largest board games fair and expo. Literally the biggest, and it is held in Germany, specifically in Essen, hence Spiel Essen at the Messeplatz. And this year it is towards the end of October. And to give you an idea of the size of it, Matt, we are talking around 204,000 visitors from 80 different countries.
Yes.
Over 900 exhibitors from 52 different countries.
Yeah.
Over 1,500 new games and releases. And around 70,000 square meters of space across a bunch of halls.
It's huge,
It is.
There is a reason why. It's basically all the big and new releases. Usually they come to Essen. People are waiting Essen, the publisher and the designer, they're waiting Essen to show their new product.
Yes.
What's going to be stuff that is going to then be released the year after. Or there is a lot of games that have been released like at Spiel. So that's why it's there is a lot to see. There is a lot of people, and this is gonna be a little guide to kind of like through our experience, being there like multiple times now, having done something wrong in the past. We're gonna try to tell
Don't
you
make our
what
mistakes.
not to do, and
Don't do those. But here's the stuff that you should do. Yeah, massive show, Matt. That is like a pilgrimage for board games.
yeah, it is. Yeah. So let's start.
Matt, I've got my plane ticket. I've travelled all the way to Germany.
Where are you traveling actually? You need to fly to Düsseldorf, right?
Yeah, you've got to
That's what
fly
we
into
normally
Düsseldorf.
Yeah, Düsseldorf to Essen is a short, like 20 minutes car ride.
Exactly. That is the way you need to go. If you're flying in, fly into Düsseldorf specifically. I've landed. How do I get in?
But to be honest, I will start from a step before.
Okay.
Because 2024 Spiel sold out every single ticket. For
Gone.
every single day.
Gone.
And they
Well in advance.
sold out well in advance. That is why I would recommend everyone to go on the Spiel website and check and buy your ticket if you want to go.
We literally saw people standing outside asking if they had a ticket spare. Like they were like, "Do you have a ticket?"
So you don't want to be that dude
Don't
that
be
we
that
met
person, yeah.
that flown from God knows where and arrived in front of the messe thinking like, oh, I'll buy the tickets there. And
Don't
he
do
paid
that.
for his hotel, he paid for his flight. He said that the tickets were easy to get and he stayed out, unfortunately. So don't be that guy and
Get your
go
tickets.
immediately. If you're interested, go and check the tickets and first of all, buy your ticket because that is the most important thing.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
after that, check which airport you need to fly to.
Absolutely. Important to note on the tickets for this year, it used to be that you could buy a weekend-long ticket. That's gone.
No. they decided this year to just sell every single day a ticket.
Yeah.
So you have your ticket for the Thursday, the Friday, the Saturday, and the Sunday. Again, you can go to Essen, spend like the 3 days there and have a day wandering around, because Essen is a beautiful place to.
Yes, it's a beautiful
to have a
town,
look.
and also Spiel itself is enormous, which we'll talk
Yeah.
about later. You'll have plenty to do with your time. But also, if you are flying into Düsseldorf, Matt, and you're going to be staying nearby, hotels you want to be getting now, or it might even be.
Yes, it might be too late. So,
We'll see.
long story short, we usually book our hotels the year before. So normally we go to Spiel, and as soon as we get back home, we book the hotel for
Or
the
as
year
soon as we
after.
can.
or as soon as you can, whenever you can. This year we booked our usual hotel, and the price went up 3 times.
It's just obscene.
So the better things will be, if you got your tickets, go check out the hotels. Essen is very well connected.
Yeah.
There is a big metro tube situation. So even if you are a little bit further out, still in Essen, you can get the tube. The trains are German trains. They're going and they arrive.
The underground is pretty good. The Messe Essen is served well by public transport. It has its own tube station.
Yeah, so you will stop. You will stop
literally
there. The other option will be being in Düsseldorf, where I'm sure the hotels is going to be way cheaper. Then from there, kind of like either hire a car or getting an Uber to get up and
We've
down.
done both in the past. I've done hiring a car and driving back and forth.
Yeah.
I've done Ubers with you, Matt, which are very expensive.
Yeah.
Ubers and local taxis. Uber is available. It is cheaper than the local taxi by quite a lot, but it's still expensive.
It's still, you will pay from Düsseldorf to Essen probably around 30-35 euros
at the lower end.
at every time you do. So if you're saving a lot of money with the hotel, you might think about it. Or if that is the only option, that is your solution. And it's a pricey solution, but it is.
It is something.
And keep in mind that it's Oktoberfest as well, so it's where all the people goes to have a lot of beer. So
absolutely that. And also note, if you are going to be traveling via taxi, or if you do have a car hired, traffic will get busy, so expect to be queuing a little bit as you get closer towards the Messeplatz. We've had a few folks get frustrated with that, waiting, trying to find parking spaces.
I think our trick when we were staying outside of Essen was to ask the taxi driver to leave us basically 10 minutes.
Slightly further. I think it was like a good 20-minute walk.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Because we were saving money at the same time as we were saving time. Because around the Messe, it's Essen Center. It can get busy, especially during like the Thursday and the Friday. They are still like working days, so there's gonna be the normal traffic plus that one. But again, if you can afford to stay closer, do it, because you're gonna save a lot of time in terms of like traveling around, especially if
you can have a great time afterwards. You can hang out at some great bars around us and around the show. You go to some restaurants, etc. You don't have to worry or stress about getting home quickly, etc., etc. Again, as part of your pre-show planning, it's probably a good idea to download the Spiel app, Matt.
What a fantastic app!
It's a great
It's the best convention app that I haven't seen, and I'm not sarcastic. It's amazing.
And you've seen a few of these.
It's kind of like a work in that industry. So I kind of like I saw a few, and it's absolutely fantastic. So what you can do on the app is stuff like making wish list of all the games that you want to see.
And it is the most up-to-date list of games you will find. This thing updates constantly.
And you will get information about the games and about the publisher. You're gonna have the exact location of where you can find those games, and a lot of news and stuff. You can scroll to that on the Spiel app, checking for what games you wanna go. But the best thing is that when you're gonna be on site, a little spoiler for the next section about the size of the Spiel is enormous. And when we're talking about enormous, it means that to walk from one side to the other, it's gonna take you a while. If it's busy with a lot of people, it's gonna take you even more. So you really want to know exactly where you're going. And that's what the app does brilliantly. You tell him where you are. For example, I am at the CGE stand and I need to go to the
Mighty Boards.
to the Mighty Boards one. It's gonna tell you exactly how many aisles you need to walk up, left, right.
The direction you're facing. Superb.
It's fantastic. It's been up and running now for a few years, so probably a few years ago it would have had some bugs, but no, it's absolutely perfect.
Works great.
I believe that the navigation is offline as well because you just use your GPS and not the. It's brilliant. So definitely. Download the app and start scrolling.
Get your wish list together. You can also filter games by language. This is very important. So if you've got a specific game you want to see, maybe you are from the Netherlands or Italy, and we've got Italian copies of this particular game, then you can go and find out that on the app. As well as that, in advance of that, if you want more information about the games, you can go on Board Game Geek. There is a great Spiel 2025 preview list, which has, again, a ton of information about the novelties / new games expansions that are going to be shown there.
You kind of like can make the two lists. Usually the Spiel
app one is...
It's quite bang on. You can do that on the BGG, of course, being then linked to the BGG pages. You can read more about it. You got a little bit more information. We usually do both. We usually use both the things. And we kind of like do the master list on the Board Game Geek, and then we do
what we're actually going to go and see on the app.
Exactly.
I think it's very, very good.
Exactly. So when we say it's big, but how big? And is even bigger this year, isn't it?
Yeah, it's even bigger this year. So there are 7 halls, and when we say halls, Matt, we're not talking about a school hall where you might be having an assembly. We are talking about an aircraft hangar size,
but where you can park probably 20 planes.
20 planes in there. This thing
plane.
is enormous. So we've got 7 halls this year. This is the first year that Essen Spiel is going to have Hall 7.
Yeah. So it's a +1 from the previous years.
Beforehand. So looking at close to 80,000 square meters this year specifically. Absolutely enormous, Matt. And specifically, Hall 3 is the biggest of them. You may see some pictures that Matt might put up during this mega guide, but Hall 3, looking along it is quite a thing.
Yeah, you can't see, basically you see the horizon.
You see the horizon, you see the end of the hall. So it's super important, and Matt wasn't lying. If you want to get from one side of Essen to the other side, from one corner to the other side, if you're looking at 2 different games at these 2 different halls, that's going to take you a good half an hour.
Yeah.
Like seriously, legitimately, especially with a busy crowd, it's going to be a mission.
Yes.
Therefore, make sure you dress appropriately is my first tip.
Yeah, so comfy shoes, number 1. You're gonna be standing a lot. Essen doesn't have chairs.
Essen doesn't believe in seats, right? There are no chairs to be found. Unless you are demoing games, you will not be sitting.
No.
Right? You might potentially find somewhere to perch in the Galleria.
Yeah.
If you're going to be having a snack, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But for the most part, I mean, this is what I did last year. And Matt laughed at me, but I brought a little portable seat thing, and it was freaking awesome. I loved it. Tell me,
I really hope he's not gonna do it again.
I'm bringing it this year. I'm bringing it this year, and I recommend. I'll put a link in the below. We're not getting any money for that, but I recommend that you go and do it. It was great. You can sit on it, superb. Because otherwise,
do what you want to do.
Otherwise, you won't get a chance to sit down.
But anyway, yes. So it is a problem.
It is a problem. It's a legit problem. Yeah.
Even because there are very limited demo games. Again, demo spots. We'll talk about it later. Comfy shoes. If you want to bring your chair from home, bring your chair from home.
Little chair.
But on top of that, it's going to be hot. Even if outside it's cold, inside the master, there are like 200,000 people. It's going to be hot.
Yeah.
And I'm saying hot. So please, your deodorant, please have your shower, please be nice to everyone. But yeah, kind of like layer dressing, because inside you're gonna be in short and t-shirts, and outside might be a little bit chilly,
exactly. And as we said, it is going to be very, very busy. Minimum 50,000 people per day, probably more at this point, because of the way that they're doing it this year. Just note that there are various pinch points. So if you have a problem like with being around massive crowds of people, try to avoid those, specifically the entrances to Hall 3. The top entrance as you get into CGE stand is normally rammed.
Yeah.
So there are a few different ways to get in, or maybe try and avoid that entrance.
Yeah, because we haven't mentioned, but each one of the halls is gonna be having its own like theme in terms of like one of the hall is gonna be the hobby games, one is gonna be the family games, one is gonna be the war gaming. So they usually they do a very good job. Like, but as you can imagine, the hobby game that is the biggest one of the whole is the one where everyone wants to be, and more than once you find yourself in a mosh pit. And I'm not just saying it like as a exaggeration. Sometimes you will be literally like
being pushed along in the crowd.
Pushed along that you can't even decide where you want to go. You just go with the stream. And I'm not sure what they have done trying to fix that, if they're gonna be fixing it this year.
Specific points where it gets very dense.
It's just like you're gonna be like, I need to be there in 5 minutes. I'm not gonna make it. Literally, like I can see it. I'm not gonna make it because so that is the.
Just prepare for that.
It can be overwhelming for someone. I do understand how it can be overwhelming. So. If you're coming and you know that you're gonna have issues with that, there are always side entrances where you can that you can use. So try and avoid those spaces if you can then.
Matt, something to be aware of, that you can't wear those big board game backpacks that you might see.
No, you can't. For safety reason, the organisers have decided now for a few years that the massive board game backpack are not allowed. This is because it's so busy that you will constantly be hitting people with that.
As soon as you turn, you'll be slapping people with it.
They're not, you're not really agile when you wear it. They're very good in terms of especially if you're buying a lot. But how people have been going around this is using trolleys.
It's a giant trolley, which you fill full of games, which is totally fine. You can't.
And it's not like we saw a dude doing it. We saw a lot of people doing it. They drag those things along, and
I think that's a bit why I don't think they should be allowed either.
Neither do I, but those are the rules. We're talking about rules.
Matt, we briefly mentioned the Galleria, so let's talk about what that is, and let's talk about what happens if I get a bit peckish.
Yes, so if you're hungry, there's going to be tons of options for you to eat. One of the places is going to be the Galleria, that is basically this big tunnel that is divided.
Runs the whole length of it.
So there's going to be... It's going to be everything for everyone. There's going to be vegan and vegetarian meats and Turkish, donuts, burgers, and everything. On top of that, there's going to be the outside area that is connected to the Galleria. That is where there are more the pizza, burger, what did we have last year? The Mother Trucker, our favorite burger when we are there. That is always.
I'll be there again at Mother Trucker.
Beer stands, of course, stands. So there's gonna be a lot of option. Plus there are other like smaller section here and there where there are a little bit of food. But the Galleria and the outside garden, that's where you're gonna find most of them. Ain't cheap.
It ain't cheap. It's a captive market. They know it. They've got thousands and thousands of people, so you can expect to pay a pretty penny for your doner if you do want.
Yes, and sometimes they're not even the best quality of that. I mean, sometimes
mixed quality. Sometimes very good, sometimes not so good, and that's the nature of the beast there. But you can bring your own food in.
Yeah. You can. So if you want to bring your stuff, just bring it. It's not like the other conventions where you're not allowed to.
But if you want to bring a sandwich in your bag, bring a sandwich and a drink in your bag. That has never been a problem.
Yeah. So make sure to do that. There was no water fountains last time, so I hope that they fix that, because I like to bring my own bottle and I like to refill it. So hopefully they fix that. In terms of like all the services, like there are toilets everywhere. That is not. It's a convention center
Yeah.
that gets like events day in, day out. So everything is disabled access and all that. That is super cool because
Yeah.
it's also very well done. It's info points and that you got the whole lot.
Yeah.
You don't need to worry about that.
Worst case scenario, if you don't like anything and you do feel like you have a spare hour, you can always head out of the Messeplatz, head towards Essen Town Centre,
Yeah.
and then go and grab something.
Yeah, there are some
But
very
there's
nice
some
places that we found out about around
great
there
Korean
as well.
places as well, real good.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
before we continue, I think we need to. So we know that how we get in there, what we're doing while we're there, and how to get food and everything. But there is something that is very important, especially for people coming from the overseas and the UK. Well, they used to stay at the cons for like
To play games,
the entire day. Unfortunately, Spiel. It's not like that. It's different from UKG, it's different from Gen Con because there is not a gaming hall. You are not, when it's closing time, you are gonna be booted out.
Yeah, the Spiel closes, they're like, get the hell out. Yeah, there is no open gaming afterwards. There's no staying until 10 p.m. or anything like that. When it closes, 6, 7 p.m, you leave and you need to try and find somewhere else. There is no open gaming hall. There's no space around the Platz.
No.
You literally need to find separate groups in order to go and play.
Yeah, we saw a lot of like there are spontaneous groups that grows in the hotels lobbies
Lots of those.
all around the city. But this is just not Essen is not done that way.
It's not that way.
I think they're missing the gimmick there, but the space is what it is. If they have to account for all those people to stay, they need to build another.
They need to build another hall.
probably.
But this is the nature
Or
of
a stadium like
Or
for
no-
Gen Con.
Exactly, they're in the stadium. But the nature of Essen is this is a place where you go, you check out the latest titles, you demo titles, you buy the titles, and then you take them away to play them elsewhere. That is
Exactly.
the thing. And just bear that in mind if you're expecting to be able to go and play in the hall, the new hot stuff that you've got, you cannot do that. Try to look in advance of going for some groups that might be meeting around.
Yeah, there's gonna be some
There'll be loads
stuff
of
on
stuff,
Facebook, but yes, otherwise you're gonna be playing alone in your bedroom,
In your hotel, yeah.
in your expensive hotel.
Okay, Matt, for the meat of the matter, I've taken a bunch of money with me. My wallet is burning a hole in my pocket. I
Yep.
need to unload some cash on
Yep.
brand new games, and this is this section. We're talking about what to do and how to buy those games.
Yeah, how to buy stuff, because at the end of the day, Spiel is the most famous for buying stuff, because it's a buying, selling expo, basically.
That is
And-
what it is.
Yeah. So, first of all, let's talk about cash and cards.
Yes.
In the past, it was mostly just cash. We started seeing in the last couple of years that cards has been introduced.
Way better.
Thank God, because it's just like, yeah.
Finally.
But not all the publisher will take cards. So bring some cash with you, bring some euros with you. Otherwise, you might be really sad about not being able to buy the game that you want because you don't have the cash.
Please bring euros. Just like whatever it is you think you need, take some euros. Most will take a card, most of the bigger places, but do take
Yeah,
euros.
make sure that you get cash before coming at the master. There is one ATM, and I'm talking about one ATM, and you will see people queuing for hours to try
There's like
to
a
get,
little
get
room
cash.
with like a
That
couple of them in
is-
there, and it gets very busy, and they might empty. So do take cash in advance
So,
for sure.
but now that we got money, what are we doing with that money?
Well, that money, we're going to go and buy the newest games. So the interesting thing about Spiel is this is the opportunity to buy games months ahead of general release, like often 6 months sometimes.
Yes.
Sometimes more. And those many new games are first sold at Essen. It is the place that publishers will go to release games. Like, literally, this is the first chance you're going to get to play these games. And sometimes there will be releases that will be kept secret until Essen, and some big publishers will wait. We've got a new game, it's out right now, and then you can go and buy it, and that is what happens.
And at the same time as well, if it's the best place, if you miss the Kickstarter for this or that, and
Yes.
you say like, oh, I really wanted the all-in of this of that game, Spiel is the place
You'll probably
because
get it there.
the big publisher will have the whole lot that will sell as a bundle, because you're talking directly with them.
Absolutely. Good to know that those really, really hot games, the ones that everyone's talking about, anything that's been super hyped, you probably want to make your way there first, because we've seen in the past, Matt, with Endeavour Deep Sea, with Sky Team, they will sell out.
That will sell out day one, first few hours. There are, I think the publisher have learned a little bit from that. So now, if you go on a specific publisher website, most of them you can, not most of them, some of them, you can make pre-orders of the games. So you basically pay them online before you go, and you just go there to pick them up. That is something that someone like Mind Clash or Devere or Mighty Boat, a lot of these actually started doing. That's really CGE and all the hashed and they do it. So go check out if you can actually do it directly on the website.
Would recommend
of the publisher. You can take away the problem. You just pay in advance and you just collect it. The other things is they started doing that each day, especially for the very hot titles. You will have, I don't know, 100 of that copies each one of the day. So if you're missing on day one, you might have a chance on day two, on day three, or day four. Man, I would not risk it if you really want. But ideally, with your app, check exactly the location, queue early in front of the doors before they open, and as soon as they don't open, run.
Absolutely, run your way there.
And you're not gonna be alone running. There's gonna be a lot of people running. Maybe even us. So,
because also it's important to note that delivery problems for publishers do happen, and sometimes stocks will be short. So just to make sure, if there is something that you do really, really want, and you know that lots of people are talking about it, just make your way there first and don't delay. Just to make sure, just so you're not disappointed. Yes.
But now we bought a lot of games, we bought all the stuff.
Yes.
And it's 9 a.m. and I got all day at the expo with all my.
What do I do with all my stuff?
With that.
You can store it. There is a storing facility that you pay a little bit of money for. You pay a few euros.
It's quite cheap.
Yeah,
as well. I remember being just a few euros. You buy the
you buy some square meters. Yeah,
so,
exactly. You buy some square meters. You can store all your games there until the end of the day, and then you can take them back with you. And if you don't want to do that, you can actually pay to ship them home. There is a shipping centre in Essen for board games that you can pay them, and they will pack all your stuff up and ship it back.
They pack it in front of you. They put the label, and
it'll be there when you get home.
It's a more expensive option, but it is an option. I mean, if you really got that big all-in Kickstarter, and you just because on a
it's not going to get on the plane. It's going to get out.
That is the way of doing it. I think it's actually a very good service, because I think it's still DHL.
It's good service.
Yeah,
and if you are an international visitor, then that is something that is an option for you. If you've brought a lot of stuff or a lot of stuff that won't fit in your backpack. But if you are an international visitor, you're probably going to be buying directly from the publishers, which will be more expensive, Matt.
Yes.
But it might be your only option, because frankly, the retailers will have a lot of copies of games in German.
Yes, so that is something that alert, check if the box is actually in English or the language that you want. We've been burned a lot of times, being like, I found this copy of this fantastic game.
It's so cheap.
It's been out of print for years, and then you turn the box and it's all in German. It's just like I'm gonna leave this one here.
I mean, obviously, you're in Germany. So, of course. So, when you want English copies of games, go to the publisher. There are obviously retailers. If there is a language independent game, doesn't matter so much, but just to bear that in mind. So you're going to pay a little bit more, but then you also pay for the privilege of being first.
Yeah, exactly. So again, check the game.
Check the game.
If it's the right one. One of our favorite things to do at Spiel, of course, is to demo new games, to demo the games that are gonna come out in the future, and seeing like the first time there, and like if in the physicality, and most of the time sitting down with the designer or the publisher directly, that they talked about their new baby, their new thing. So that is really, really cool. However, as we said earlier, Spiel doesn't really help because the demo spacing are not that many.
Yeah.
And each one of the publisher will have their own kind of private areas, but it could be that it's just one table with 4 chairs. So if you really want to demo something, and it could be tricky, but what can we do to help?
Well, firstly, you kind of need to be patient. So please be aware that if there are limited demo spaces, make sure that you are going to be prepared to wait. If you leave and think about coming back, that space will be full all day long.
Yeah.
And typically, I'd also recommend that if you're a group of 4 people, good luck. I think it's going to be much easier if you are a single person or a 2
people,
so you can maybe sneak into a spare couple of spots. We'd certainly recommend that.
But the best things for you, if you are in a group of 4,
Yes.
will be trying to book a space.
If possible.
Yeah, so a lot, not all of them. This is just about the publisher. Each publisher decide how to do it and where to do it. Some do it online, some do it on the day. But you can book a demo space. For example, you can go to this or that publisher, and they will normally have like signing sheet.
Mine Flash did it last year as well.
Something like that.
Little sign-in sheet.
Where you can actually write your names and the time, and you just need to be there at that time, and you're gonna demo the game. Some others publishers started doing it online, so you can sign online for your table and your demos. So again, there is gonna be different publisher by publisher. The best thing is, if you really know that you want that game, trying to go there first things on the first day, and put your hats down on that chair, or write your name,
or whatever it is you need to do.
Whatever. Or again, trying to find information on Instagram or the publisher website. Sometimes they will have it. But then if you write your name and you book a spot, go there.
Make sure
it's
you
really
turn up.
rude not to do it, because it's other people will.
Other people are waiting. Make sure you leave plenty of time to get to your demo table. As we've discussed, Spiel is enormous and very busy. If you've given yourself 5 minutes to get from hall 7 to hall 3, yeesh, not enough. So give yourself plenty of breathing room to get to the table in good time. As Matt said, demo space is quite limited, basically because Spiel space to put your stall up is extremely expensive, and every table that the publisher has is space that they could be putting games to sell to you. So just bear that in mind.
And be nice to the people demoing the game. That's another thing that
very important. They are often volunteers, if not always volunteers, who are just trying their best to help you have a good time. So don't be rude, be very kind.
Yeah, because we're doing games.
Yeah, play games, have fun, come on. So, Matt, one of the most amazing things about going to conventions, which is even more so in the biggest convention in the world, is the opportunity to find some really amazing hidden gems with the indie and small publishers.
Yeah, exactly. That's the best things every time.
It's amazing.
When you just look at something like, what is that? That thing could be your next favorite games.
It happens all the time.
From an unknown publisher, an unknown designer that actually have designed the things that is perfect for you. So what our recommendation will be, first of all, when it comes out, if it's not out already, check our Hidden Gems video that we do every time, trying to do some spotlight on this indie. But the second thing is, it will be like, don't just get blinded by the big fancy stands with a big fancy publisher. And take your time as well to look around, stop at one of the smaller ones. Yeah. Even if it's just the art that kind of like draws you to that table, ask a question.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the publisher and the designer are going to be way more than happy to do it.
Absolutely. There is always some amazing stuff. And the great thing about the indie space and the small publisher space is that's where a lot of the creativity happens.
Yeah.
You get some wild, crazy designs, some really fantastic stuff, and they're scattered throughout the halls because obviously, as you might imagine, there's going to be small publisher family games, small publisher hobby games, etc. This is where we found Neon Hope last year, which we absolutely fell in love with. We think it's absolutely fabulous and completely
Out of the blue,
small publisher, and fantastic game. So you may find your new favourite thing, and even better than that, you get to support an independent.
That is fantastic.
Absolutely.
So as I was saying earlier, just touched it about like you can buy a lot of stuff that is not board games as well. So there is all the board game adjacent world.
Yes.
And when I say adjacent, like adjacent like 360, because you can find everything from 3D minis to gaming mats to custom dice. I've never seen so many dice in my life.
I know, it is insane.
And or like prints or swords.
or a 10,000 euro gaming table.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally, you've run the gamut of stuff.
You can find everything that is geeky and board game related, and that's some very cool stuff.
Super cool stuff. Yeah. If you need accessories for your games, if you want a specific insert for your game, that is the place to get it.
That is one of the. There are a lot of those custom inserts for board games, all displayed in front of you. They explaining how easy are to set up. It's really cool. So yeah, that I'll definitely
super recommend if you've got a game that you love but you think it's a pain to set up. Go find one of those custom inserts. There are a bunch of companies that do those. Really fantastic.
But as you said as well, you can go and buy a katana. That I wish I can, but I've been promised to be thrown out of the house if I buy a katana. Or you can have a look at all the Geekinson latest like board game tables and like just drool like me every time I see one of those.
One day, man.
One day. But yeah, there's everything. There are the artists, some of the artists of the board games themselves selling their own art as well. So
if you want an art print and you want something for your board game room, you can go and look at some of the amazing artwork done there, which is always absolutely staggering to go and see. And this year specifically, there's going to be a special collection, an art gallery, so to speak, with the artists who are going to be displaying their work, and you can talk about it with the artists, which is fantastic. That's going to be special for this year as well.
And on top of that, there is the Golden Demon again. Here, right?
So yeah, if you're talking about art and we're talking about painting and minis, of course you can buy tons of different paintbrushes, paints, everything wargaming scenery, terrain, all of that stuff.
Yeah, everything.
And if you're interested in Warhammer, specifically the Golden Demon will be there at Essen this year.
Yeah, this is the second time in a row. So the Golden Demon is kind of like the Oscars of miniature painting.
Yes.
Where a lot of mega good people are painting
unreal.
They basically battle each other with their own creations, and it's fantastic just to spend like 10 minutes
just look at the stunning miniatures that they've created.
It's stuff that's like you printed that thing.
Yeah, there's no way.
There's no way you did it.
There's no way you made that.
So that's super cool.
You've also got, as well as all of this, you've got sideshows, you've got attractions, you've got talks. You have events and entertainment.
Yeah, cosplay all around. There are some rules related to cosplay. So if you're thinking about cosplaying, go and check on the website. I don't think neither you or me knows anything about cosplay, so there are some specific rules.
I think there's literally specific weapon rules that you can and cannot bring to school. So if you are going to do that, do check that.
But you can still buy a katana.
But you can still buy a katana inside, exactly. There is a new stage area in one of the halls which panel discussions. So that is new, a brand new stage, which you're going to see a bunch of different stuff on. So do check the Spiel website and app for the schedule of events at the stage. So Matt, that was the wrap up for our Spiel Mega Guide.
Oh, can't wait. Now, literally, we started counting the days at this point, and
I can't wait.
Yeah, we can't wait.
It.
Again, I'm not really sure when this video is gonna come out, if we already got something before, or if this is the first of the spiel. But just watch all the rest of the
Everything in
content that we
October
did.
is dedicated to Spiel on this
Yeah.
channel. This is our Spiel season. We talk all about it. We've got lots of different videos. If you haven't seen already or are going to be coming up, including things like hidden gems, most anticipated, buyer's
What
guide,
to buy,
what to buy, you name it. There's lots of stuff.
expansions and all that stuff.
Absolutely, and so exciting. Even Juno had come to say hello.
Kimbo. Hello.
Juno. Hey, darling.
But you know what's exciting as well? If you check the Patreon page.
Check the Patreon page. And the
Juno will
reason
be
why-
really happy about it if you check the Patreon page, isn't it?
Absolutely. If you can be a patron, what you'll get access to is all of our exclusive interviews from the show. This is one of the most exciting things that me
Yeah.
and Matt do. We spend a lot of time and effort going to all the different publishers, designers, artists, and we have interviews with them that are exclusive for patrons, where we'll give you the inside scoop on all of your favorite games and all of the new releases.
Yeah, exactly. So you can find all of that, and of course you can help the channel to stay
Massively
live and
help.
healthy and
Help with those
giving
massive
us-
hotel costs.
Yeah, exactly, because that is
It's crippling.
It's kind of a bill. But otherwise, you can always hit the subscribe button.
That's always appreciated.
Yeah, and what I will say is that if you see us at Spiel around the halls, just stop us and say hi.
Please do. We may have a gift for you, so please come and say hello. We would love that. We're always a pleasure to chat to folks and fans of the show. We love to know what you're playing, and we want your tips about what we should go and see. Let us know in the comments below.
Yeah.
If there's anything that we've missed in this
Yeah.
mega guide. What do people need to know if it's their first time?
Yeah,
at
exactly.
Essen
Give
Spiel?
us your tip.
Give us your top tip.
Yeah. Where is the
Absolutely.
best currywurst?
Where's the best currywurst, for example? Other than that, I'd love you to check out the rest of our videos.
Yeah.
Especially the Spieltacular stuff.
Yeah.
And we'll see you at the next one.
Ciao. Juno say ciao as well.
What's to be? Game reviews for you and me. What's to be?